Actually, the most common question everyone always asks me is, why did you come to Taiwan? Actually, when I came to Taiwan, I didn't actually like it here very much. I never did leave. After going to the airport with my dad, I have to say sorry, I kind of, didn't keep up on that promise. I said, yeah, I'll be back in 2 weeks. It's already been 5 years and I'm still here. Taiwan's a beautiful place and it's also my home now, due to the convenience, the safety of Taiwan, the hospitality of Taiwan, the friendliness of Taiwan. Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Today I'm actually speaking English, which I think is the first video I've ever done that I speak English in, which is a surprise. I'm even surprised myself, but we're going to give it a try. And we're going to talk about my life in Taiwan and how I ended up being in Taiwan, how I came to be in Taiwan, what I do here, and do I like Taiwan, which is a great question. Okay, so let's get into it. It was the winter time when I came. I was in Taipei. It was like this industrial, to me, everything just seemed like an industrial area. I'd just come from Australia. I'd been in Australia for 2.5 years. And then I arrived in Taiwan, just visiting. And I was like, wow, this is very different. And it had mountains and beaches, but they just looked different. And everything kind of looked dark and had this industrial feel to it. So I didn't really like it. Then I started traveling around Taiwan. I eventually got to Kaohsiung. Kaohsiung changed my mind a little bit because there was like a sea and it was winter, but it was hot here. And there were mountains next to the beach. And I thought, that's kind of cool. This place isn't too bad. And then I traveled, I was in Nantou, I went camping down and met some foreigners that lived here. I asked them what they did here and that kind of thing, and they explained their lives to me. So that sounds interesting. Then I just went back to England. I went back to England and I just started getting on with my life. I didn't think about Taiwan anymore, actually. Anyway, I decided, okay, go back to Taiwan for a few weeks. My dad wanted to come, so I said, okay. So we went to Taipei, we flew to Taipei. We had some fun. We went to a few places. We went to Taichung and Kaohsiung. No, we didn't go to Kaohsiung. We went to Puli. We went camping there. Yeah, again, we went to Nantou, and it was nice. And then my dad was only here for 2 weeks, and so we went back to the airport. He said, when will you come back? I said, I'll be back in a few weeks. I just want to go down to Kending. I started speaking Chinese there. Have to be careful. I said, I'm going to go to Kending, then I'm going to go to Japan. I'd already bought tickets for Japan. I bought my high-speed rail card for Japan. I had everything planned. I was going to Kending for 1 week. I'd had the hostel booked there. I was going to go to the beach and just chill out, and then I was going to take a high-speed train back to Taipei and fly to Japan. I had it all planned. It was going well. 2 weeks in Japan. I love high-speed trains, so I thought that's going to be cool. Then somewhere along the way, I got talking to someone about teaching English here, and I said, yeah, I teach English here. Asking how that works. Actually, I'd always wanted to try teaching, so I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a go. So I went back to Taipei, and I searched on the internet, and then a guy contacted me, a guy that introduced jobs to foreigners for teaching jobs. And he said we have a job in southern Taiwan, in Pingdong. He said it's near Kending. I was like, oh, Kending's really beautiful. It's near the mountains. There's a lot to see and do there. It's a small seaside town. I'm thinking, wow, small seaside town. That sounds amazing. Let's go. So I said, yeah, let's give it a shot. He said, the boss wants to meet you. Can you come down? I was like, okay. So the next day I took the high speed to Kaohsiung. I met the boss. Well, when do you want me to start? She said, what about the day after tomorrow? I said, yeah, why not? So I took the train back to Taipei, and then I came back down, and I just said to myself, look, it's nothing permanent. If you don't like it, you can just leave any day. There's nothing really keeping you here. So I really didn't like it at first. I didn't explain that I liked it afterwards. I gradually started to get into it. And when I started to learn the language and started visiting mountains and national parks and going to beaches and sort of meeting nice people, and there's a lot of nice Taiwanese people. And then the convenience of Taiwan, the high-speed train, you can go to 7-Eleven, you can book tickets to go anywhere you want to in the world, maybe not in the world, but within Taiwan. And it became a lifestyle that was going to be hard to give up due to the convenience, the safety of Taiwan, the hospitality of Taiwan, the friendliness of Taiwan, and it's also my home now. I call Taiwan my home. Obviously, I was born in England, I'm British. I grew up in England, you know, and I love Britain. That's obviously part of who I am. But Taiwan's also my home, you know. It would be hard to leave Taiwan. I really enjoy living here. I especially enjoy living in southern Taiwan. It's a really nice place. It's enjoyable. You know, you can go to the mountains whenever you want. I could just drive to the mountains today if I wanted to. There's a lot of things. Okay, so I went to the university, I applied. I paid for everything, and then I started going there. So I basically didn't go out for about 6 months. I just stayed in my room. I rented this room. It was tiny, like the place I'm filming in now. I stayed in there, and I just went at it every day, reading books and watching like YouTube, studying, like memorizing words. And then after 6 months, I was kind of pretty good at Chinese. Like, my Chinese is not perfect now. It's not too bad. So I thought, that's about it now. You're nearly 30 by that point. It's time to go home and get your life together. So I thought, okay, we'll go back to England. Then I met my wife. Just one night we met. I just, wow, she's really beautiful, you know. So we got chatting. She didn't really want to talk to me at the time. I pursued it, and then we started dating, and then we went to Green Island, beautiful little island near Taiwan. Then I just said, do you want to marry me? And she said yes. So I have a beautiful son. His name's Patrick. Yeah. So that's my story. That's how I ended up in Taiwan. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.